Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin our program. Just a gentle reminder to avoid interruptions, please keep your microphone muted throughout the session. And if you have any questions for today's guest, kindly drop your questions at the chat box or during our question and answer session towards the end of the program. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Greetings to Dr. Rizalawati Ismail, Deputy Director of Business Development and Marketing at IIUM Academy, Mr. Ameer Ali bin Vali Mohamed, our honorable guest speaker, ladies and gentlemen, our respected audience, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Baseerah Talk Series, a program organized by IIUM Academy of Graduate and Professional Studies. My name is Naima from IIUM Academy Events. It's a pleasure to meet all of you at the 7th session of Baseerah Talk Series. As for newcomers, welcome to our program. We conducted this talk monthly since last March, where we invite prominent speakers among the professionals and experts who will deliver topics related to their field. Today, we have participants in the Zoom meeting, as well as those streaming live on our YouTube channel. We are happy to welcome all joiners to our talk series today. In the previous series, we had invited Mr. Wan Abdul Rahim from PNB Berhad, Datuk Nik Muhammad Hasyuddin from Bank Islam, Dr. Zaharuddin Abdul Rahman, founder of Elza Group. We also had Professor Datuk Dr. Muhammad Riza Wahidin from Academy for Sciences Malaysia, Professor Emeritus Tan Sri Anwar Ali, Chancellor University of Cyberjaya, and last session was with Mr. Alfi Shahrin bin Jamilin, the Syariah Director of Al Rajhi Bank. As for our talk today, we are very delighted to present you Mr. Ameer Ali bin Vali Mohamed, a freelance trainer, instructor and consultant, who is also the former CEO of PMB Investment Berhad, as well as the former independent non-executive director at Amanah Raya Investment Management, who will discuss the title Scammer, a subject that grows to become more and more prevalent by the day. Thank you for being with us today, Mr. Ameer. And to introduce our speaker, I have the pleasure to invite IIUM Academy Deputy Director of Business Development and Marketing, Dr. Rizalawati Ismail. Over to you, Doctor.
Thank you, Emma. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Baseerah Talk Series. So together with us today, we have a very special speaker, okay? It's been our pleasure to have our speaker today to talk about this topic. Is very well-known topic about scammer. Okay, I'm sure all of you have familiar with these words and been, some of us been facing this scammer, and had this bad experience with the scammer. So before we start our talk, before I welcome our speaker to give the topic on to give a talk on this topic. So let me introduce you his background. Okay, I'm just going to read his background because this is a very overwhelmed kind of background. Okay, our speaker, Mr. Ameer Ali bin Vali Mohamed, he graduated from International Islamic University, Malaysia in 1988 with Bachelor of Business Administration with honors. And Mr. Ameer has close to 30 years of experience in the capital markets, including Islamic capital markets with exposure spanning from investment research, portfolio management, business development, to being CEO of fund or unique trust management companies. He is also currently a freelance trainer and consultant covering a wide span of areas like strategic management, investment, and also financial planning. Okay, he served as a subject matter expert for Islamic capital markets in various company organizations such as Afshar Sharia Advisory, Sindram Berhad, and also served as a board member of Sharia Financial Planning Development Committee of Malaysian Financial Planning Council. And also he is an accreditation panel member for Capital Markets of Financial Accreditation Agency. So he was in the team that developed and initially managed Malaysia's first Islamic equity unit trust fund that was launched in January 1993. He also led the team that went through a 2-year process of converting PNB Investments, a subsidiary of Mara, into an Islamic fund management company in 2014. So throughout his experience, he has acquired a necessary skill in policy formulation, strategic management, company transformations, organizational development, and many more. Okay, as an investment manager, he also speaks on investment scam so that the public invests in the right manner in regulated institutions. So that basically, the topic that we're gonna listen from Mr. Ameer. So without further ado, I am honored to welcome Mr. Ameer to give a talk on the topic scammer. So welcome. Over to you, Mr. Ameer.
Thank you very much, Dr. Riza. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to express my appreciation to IIUM Academy, including Dr. Riza and her team, for inviting me to this Baseerah monthly talk series. And I must say that I'm not an expert on this subject because, as you know, we have professors, etc., in UIA from KICT who are better off in talking about this. But it's just that I would like, after being invited, I gave 3 or 4 topics to Academy, and they chose this. I would like to just share with you all the 10 scams, popular scams, and the last one will be the investment scams. So let us, what is actually a scam? What? So when we talk about scam, do we like being scammed? Okay, the 10 scams that I will present, and then lastly I will conclude by telling you all what you need to do with your handphone, especially on your WhatsApp and Telegram program that you have in your handphone, so that we can actually reduce the possibility of being hacked. Because sometimes out of sudden you are invited to a group where you do not know. So that will be the last part. So first, let's talk about scammer. Scam. What is scam? A fraudulent or deceptive act of or operation. That's Merriam-Webster. I like to look into definition first. What is scam? So fraudulent or deceptive act of operation, illegal plan for making money, especially one that involves tricking people. Scammers trick people. Dishonest or fraudulent scheme that attempts to make money or something of value from people. Not only money, also something of value. And then any fraudulent business or scheme that takes money or other goods from unsuspecting person. Unsuspecting means you don't suspect things to happen, fraudulent things to happen, and out of sudden you see that my 100,000 is gone from my account. Those kind of things. Okay, so those who do the scamming, they are called scammer. They are also called trickster. They are also called swindler. So, okay, forget about definition, but definition is very important. I remember my law colleagues who did law when I was in first year, second year. Over here, they said, whenever we answer a question, the first will be, there must be a definition. Otherwise, 20% of our marks gone. If you look into what has happened in Malaysia, and Dewan Rakyat were told recently, March 14 this year, 1.61 billion ringgit. Okay, that was the online fraud cases, 51,631. And if we look into detail, actually the top 2 complaints represent 2/3 of the total online fraud cases. And one is the online purchases, 36.5%, and then non-existing loan, 30.1%. So both give you 66.6%, which is essentially 2/3 of all the complaints. And online purchases, we have to be very careful. Later we will discuss about it a little bit. And then non-existent loan. Sometimes some people say, oh, I received a call saying that I have a loan with this bank, with that bank, amounting to that much. I haven't been paying, and then I'm now subject to bankruptcy suit, etc., by the bank. And these are some of the issues that we have to address. Okay. You hold on, please. I have to do some. Okay, now we go into the top 10 scams. Not the top 10. What are the 10 most common types of scam that we hear in Malaysia as well as overseas? Okay, when we talk about scams, we need to also understand what happened overseas, because before they come to Malaysia, we have to get prepared. Okay, number 1 is advance fee fraud. Advance fee fraud. The most famous is the Nigerian scam, or someone call it 419 scam. And then lottery and competition scams. What are their motive? Obtain advance fee for something non-existent. And they also want to obtain personal data from you so that they can do other types of scam. Okay, but this advance fee fraud, if you remember, if you have you ever received email from somebody you do not know, something like this? If you can have a look, if you can read it. Email from someone whom you do not know, and then talking about her late husband having millions of money in the bank, and then just passed away about a year ago, and then she needs to take it out, and then needs some assistance from you. And then the worst part is that you need to pay to her first before you can get the money. So this is where the advance fee fraud comes in. The moment you pay, they just leave you. And you won't be able to contact them again. And then another one is like this, Malaysia National Lottery Board winning notification, as if that you have bought a ticket, a lottery ticket, and then someone told you that you are winning. And then here also, to claim the money, to claim the prize winning money, you need to pay certain amount, something like deposit, before they give you money. To tell you frankly, this is several years ago. I confronted one of them because they emailed me. So I just entertained them. So when they told me, okay, you have to pay first a certain amount, that comes to about $4,000 US. So at that time, it was about 3.2, the exchange rate. So I just asked them, why can't you take it out from that money later when we got the money? So they just ignore me, and then I didn't get any more email from them. Okay, so be careful with all these things. And this is another one, Nigerian scammer. And the worst part is that he sold a major international bank. He sold a fake airport to a major international bank for 242 million. So even a major international bank gets scammed with by this kind of people, is it? Non-existent of airport, you are selling it, and what matters most is that you just get 1% from the amount, which is 2.4 million. That's enough for them. And the worst part is that it was discovered 3 years later. Okay, so if big institution, if major international bank can get scammed, so we as individual who are not exposed to a lot of things, who are not being trained on risk management, etc. Okay, we have to be very careful, and we need to update our knowledge and information about this from time to time. Okay, number 2, love, or some people call it romance scam. Romance scam, some people just come up with fake profile. Okay, a guy may pose as a lady, give you voluptuous pictures and whatever, and they are targeting 2 people: male retirees who just received or who has received their retirement funds. So these people have got a lot of money than usual. And also they are targeting lonely ladies. Even if the lady is about what, 60, 50 plus, 60 plus, lonely, husband pass away, so become lonely, and these people targeting this kind of ladies. And their motive is just to obtain money transfers. And this kind of fraudulent or scam is very rampant. You can see here, this is just 2016, 6 years ago, single mom loses 62,000 in cyber love scam. Okay. One of the best part is that, okay, I really love you, and then send some money to help me. Okay. So what they want is money. Sometimes this relationship over the phone, over Facebook, and whatever you, can last about 3-4 years, because they take sometimes 2, 3, 4 years before they abscond you. That is after getting your money. And then here in Singapore, heartbreaking statistics. You can see quite a number of people and quite a big amount of money being involved in love romance scam. And this is in the US. Okay, the amount affected has been rising year by year. In 2021, you're talking about $547 million US. Okay, and compared to only 307 million year 2020. And I was told that during the AIDS, the COVID-19 issue, MCO mandatory, during the MCO, or in Malay we call it PKP, this kind of scam is actually rising because some people just do not know what to do. Okay, especially the lonely ladies, male retirees who have, who are also single, the wife passed away already, etc. And this kind of romance scams are very prevalent during those times. And then the next one is computer hacking. Computer hacking, phishing emails. Have you received emails from other people, whom you do not know, and then suddenly you say that, please click an attachment. And sometimes I just receive, not sometimes, I receive, and I just received it one last week. Supposedly from a bank. But then lucky I don't have an account from the bank. Number 2, when I look at the domain of the email address, the domain is not actually the domain of the bank. Okay, let's assume if the bank is ABC Bank, okay, you could expect that the domain of the email should be abc.com. Or if it is in Malaysia, abc.com.my, if it is Australia, abc.com.au. But the email address at something else. Okay, something else, not abc.com. And then the website that it asks you to click, and the link that it asks you to click, It's also not abc.com, although it has the name ABC. Example is they have it like abcbank.xyz.com. So the actual domain is xyz.com, not abc.com. Okay, so we have to understand the domain issue to understand whether the link is real or potential scam. All right. And of course, the target for this computer hacking is to get access to our computer and can control the computer, take control over our computer. And there are issues, times when people are put at ransom, having to pay certain amount of money just to get us back all the data that we have in our laptop, for example. So this is big money, computer hacking. So what are the warning signs? Sometimes we look at the fake antivirus message. We receive fake antivirus message. And then sometimes abnormally high this usage. And then sometimes, ironically, we were directed to other browser. Strange, very strange. And then browser has new buttons, new toolbars. And then everyone in contact list get phishing email. Then you see pop-ups, and then your mouse work independently. You cannot control your mouse. And then the worst part is that when your antivirus program was disabled by this scammer. Okay, and this is the issue. I mean, some of the security tips from this PCH Technologies com.com always says that you must always have strong passwords. We have to keep updating all the programs that we have. Okay, sometimes some of us do auto updating, some no. And some say that, oh, I must control the updating. So, okay, it's good that you control the updating, but the issue is, if you do control the updating, make sure every month, every 2 weeks, or every week, you look into it. Because if you don't update the software, okay, especially our antivirus software, for all you know, the new threat that comes into the global, okay, is not updated to our computer, not updated into the antivirus that we have, and therefore our computer is not protected against the new scams. Okay, so keep update all our software, and then use encryption. And then don't let the system get too cluttered. You must always organize your system. Don't get it too cluttered. And then another one. I mean, being an old man, I don't like to do online shopping. But I know young people like to do online shopping. And now we have online shopping scams. Okay, we have what? Fraud online shopping. Either they sell inferior products. Okay, you order something for what, 100 ringgit, quality of 100 ringgit product, but you get something of 10 ringgit. Okay, or you are buying something which is non-existent. Okay, so what do they want? They want, of course, they want that huge profit from the transaction, because their cost may be 5 ringgit, they sell to you something of 10 ringgit, 400 ringgit. Okay, that's very huge transaction. Or you buy something which is not existent yet, so they get all the money, right? But more importantly, what they want is your banking or credit card details, okay, which they can do the banking scams later. So these are the warning signs. The warning signs, the product advertised at believably low price. These are so many things. I mean, sometimes we say that, oh, it is sold only at 100 ringgit in that shop. Here I can buy it for 60 ringgit. First, you must ensure that the different price, the two products are the same, although it is a 40% difference between one and another. because if you are a businessman, it's quite tough for something which is sold at 100 ringgit being sold somewhere else for 60 ringgit. There must be something wrong. Okay, there's no free lunch anyway. And then product with too good to be true benefit. I mean, the benefits of that, so many, too good to be true. And then another one which is very, very important for you to know is that seller insists on immediate payment. And then scammers, they like to do electronic fund transfer or wire services. They don't like credit card. And they like wire services because that's where they can do it so fast that without you knowing, the amount of money that you send to them, you transfer to them, will be retransferred to other account within a split second. So if in case you realize after 2 minutes or 3 minutes that you are being scammed, your bank will not be able to do anything. Your bank will not be able to reverse the transaction. Unlike if it is a credit card, it can be reversed. But if you do it through EFT, electronic fund transfer, especially on wire service, it cannot be done. Because the money is not there anymore for the reversal to be made. And then the other one is seller may insist pay upfront. Okay, for example, a product which is 100 ringgit. Okay, if you use the voucher, it will be 60 ringgit. But you need to pay for the voucher first. Okay, so you pay the voucher 60 ringgit, and suddenly you will not be able to use the voucher. There goes your 60 bucks. And then sometimes you see a very new store on social media. Be careful. I'm not saying that that's a scam, but you have to be very careful. And then another one is that go detail. Go detail. Before you buy anything, look for adequate information. What's the terms and condition? Is there any terms and condition on dispute resolution? Is there contact number? So that if anything happen, you have an alternative to contact. And the best part is call the number first, if you can, so that the number is the real number. If there is no number, and after doing transactions, you are not able to contact them, what else can you do? You can't do anything. The money is gone. Those security tips, check on refund or return policy. That's very important. And then when using retail website, meaning to say website of individual retailers, check identity of the other party. Then if you pay online, only use a secure payment service. Don't use other payment service which are not secure. Okay, so these are some of the security tips. It is actually from Australian government website, the warning signs and security tips that we can share today. And then we talk about banking scams. Banking scams, we sometimes receive email, and now we also receive SMS, okay, particularly from your banker. And the worst part is asking you to click to a link. And then the best part or the most popular version will be, oh, there's some problem with your bank account. You will need to do some verification, etc. So that's the be careful, because being someone who have worked in a banking group, normally when there are issues about client's account, we don't email, we call. You will receive a call rather than receive an email or SMS. And then the process is not through phone call. Okay, the process is that you will be asked to go to the bank itself. Okay, because if you answer, even if you answer, okay, oh, Ameer said bank will call, then suddenly bank call you. This is okay, this is from the bank. Not necessary. Calling is right. The bank call you, that's right. But the bank will not ask you to do verification, to do changes of this and that over the phone. No. okay, you will be requested to go to the bank for certain issues like this. So please be careful on this. Some of the banking scams here, we call it what? SIM swap scam, SIM, SIM. This is a new, I look at it in what happened in Philippines. Okay. SIM swap. Scammers pretend to be legitimate mobile subscriber and they actually look for, they're getting a new replacement, SIM card replacement. And then with that SIM card replacement of another person's number, they will get your phone number, access to our personal information, bank account, credit card details, etc. Okay. And then ATM skimming, your ATM card. They can do something in such a way that they can produce another ATM which is similar to our ATM. This is another scammer that we need to understand. This existing, and then the email phishing, which we have already discussed just now about the fake website, and then in banking scams, why they email to us is for us to click, and when we are in their website, they will ask us so many things such as the details of credit card, and the worst part is when they ask you the password of the email, the password of our banking account, etc. Please don't disclose those kind of important information. Okay, we have to treat our password as our life. Our life is only for ourselves, not for other people. Therefore, our password is only for us, not for other people to know. All right. And small business scams, that's another one, another common type. As you know, I'm now running a small business training. We always want this and that. We always look for opportunity. Okay, small business, and because scammers understand the thinking of small businessmen, they are looking for opportunities. So what they do is they provide fake opportunities to small business people, fake bills for non-existing or for unauthorized services, fake orders. Okay, for example, even in training, I was informed to be very careful. Sometimes some people will call you, can you please do this, blah, 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 blah. And then after we do the training, we are not paid. One. And sometimes for business scams, it's just like the number one just now, the advance free fraud. What happened is they ask us to pay first to get the material, and then they will pay us back the moment we conduct training. But then we don't get any training. So this is, these are a lot of style approaches that people can just do to take out our money, because we really want to have new businesses, and the problem is when we do not analyze, go in depth, and investigate whether these are true business or these are fake business. Because the issue now is that, you see, previously when we don't have the social media, etc., we're talking about 20-25 years ago, we deal personally. We go to mama shop or maybe hotel, etc., do discussion, is one-on-one. But now everything is, not everything, most of the things are online. Not even through Zoom like this. Zoom like this, oh, this is Ameer. Okay. Then I know, oh, this is Dr. Riza. But online, what I'm saying online is that you don't even recognize your counterparty. You don't even recognize the other party that who are talking to you. So just imagine if anything happened, what can we do? So these are some of the warning signs. I mean, I look at the biz2credit.com. Caller pretending to be from Inland Revenue or government agents. Caller pretending to be from Inland Revenue. That also happened not only among the small business scam, but also for individual scams. Okay, I think I received a lot of calls from Inland Revenue, but Inland Revenue has already emailed to everyone, all taxpayers in Malaysia. I'm talking about LHDN. They have already said that we will never call from any handphone number. But then, even those people who get scammed, when they complain, they said, "Oh, I received call from a handphone number." So why must you entertain when Inland Revenue has already emailed you saying that they will not call you from handphone number, and they will not call you on weekend. They will not call you after office hour. So it must be a call from their fixed line during office hour. So sometimes when organizations like Inland Revenue send us emails, etc., we don't read. There's a problem. And then we have these scams, fake and edited invoice scam. Okay, invoice, they can fake invoice, and then overpayment. This one, number 3, overpayment by check. How it happens is this. Okay, let's assume that you have sold or you have provide services. Then the amount is about, say the bill is 100,000. Okay, the other party just pay you 110,000. Okay, this is the deal. Okay, the other party pay you 110,000, which means they sign a check, or this is check and not transfer. So they purposely sign a check which is 10,000 or 10% more. Okay. Why? Because then they will ask the business, this small business entrepreneur to pay back to them the 10,000. So what happened? Provided they when they want to bank in the check. So what happened? This guy, this businessman, transfer back the 10,000, and then they bank in the 110,000 check, and the 110,000 check is back, bounced. But the 10,000 repayment, the payment of the overpayment is good. So the scammer got 10,000 ringgit. The small businessman get nothing and lost 10,000 ringgit instead of getting 100,000 ringgit sales. So this is another scam in the small business. So be careful. Normal, sometimes you get congratulatory email. Please, nobody, there's no free lunch. Again, there's no free lunch. And then another one that you need to do is frequently check bank balance. Okay, bank balance you need to check. Now I also do it in such a way that I check every week my bank balance. Okay, and one way to diversify, because in investment we always talk about diversification. Have more than one account. Okay, I personally have 2 bank accounts. So certain amount over here, certain amount over there, apart from my investment. I mean, I do not want things to happen, but if anything happen, at least 50% of the cash money is still with me through another bank. Okay. Enable 2-factor authentication. Now this is very important. 2-factor authentication, and then you always get alert, either SMS or email. SMS is better because you get instantly. Email you may not check. For large transaction, you can set. Hopefully the bank allow us to set, okay, above this amount, I want SMS alert or email alert. Okay, so that if you don't do that, transaction, you can immediately call the bank. In fact, one of the things that we need to do is that you must have your bank account, your bank direct line or the customer service line in your handphone. That's very important. This is another small business scam. This is in Malaysia. Supposedly email from Madrid. Okay, so I mean, a lot of scam. Supposedly, but it's actually not from Madrid. Madrid comes out and saying that it is not from Madrid. So what's next? Utility scams. I have personal experience on this. Personal experience on utility scams. I was shocked because, okay, let me share with you my experience. I received a call. I was at home. It was a weekend. So it was a weekend. Utility company, they work on weekend. Number two, said, sir, your electricity supply to your house will be terminated within one hour unless you pay your outstanding bill. Then I said, I just paid about 2-3 days ago, and the deadline is next week. So which one? Oh no, you have one property in Ipoh. One property in Ipoh and having 2,300 ringgit outstanding amount of supposedly from Tenaga National. I said, which road in Ipoh? I said, oh, this road. So I was actually in front of my computer. So I go into Google Map. Yes, there is a jalan, but that jalan doesn't have any property. Then the guy told me, okay, don't worry, this one, this is normal, etc. They just want to cool me down. You can actually, what you need to do, you must pay us this 2,000 plus. I haven't asked the account number yet. Then the guy on the phone told me, we can actually arrange for you to lodge a police report. This is real. This is real. Police report. I said, then I just asked how we can transfer to you. How can you transfer to police? Tenaga National and police having a certain kind of arrangement. I said, wow, this is something I think, and then I asked myself. I said, oh, I realized that this may be scam. Okay, so I said, okay, please. So they transferred to the police. Okay, I used to talk to policemen. I used to go to police, balai police, and the way police talk to you is that when they pick up the phone, they will say, "Ini pejabat polis, blah blah, selamat pagi." That's normally the way how they greet their callers. But here, what I got is the guy is supposed to be the police saying hello. Then I say hello. And then he said again hello. I think it turns out to be 6 times. Then I just hang up. So really, it's not police. So this is all scam. And so what they want is just for you to pay that money, the so-called unpaid bill, which never exists. Okay, I can tell you because I experienced it. The warning signs, okay, unscheduled, unsolicited call or visit from someone claiming to represent your power or water company. Threats to cut off service, which I got. A demand for payment by wire transfer. I didn't talk to that level, up to that level, not yet. Which account, I don't. Okay. And then payment on credit card or bank statement for utility accounts you did not open. I don't have any utility account in Ipoh. So this is utility scam. Number 8, job employment scam. Many people are underemployed. and many people are actually now one is unemployed, and the figure now is, I think, is about 3.9, 3.7%, around that figure. The other one is underemployed. The parliament recently was told in a very short session for one of the days, I think it was first or second day, answering to one of the young Mohamed, saying that the employed figure, the 96, 97%, which is 100% minus the unemployed. So the employed figure includes those underemployed. So underemployed means you are employed, but your pay doesn't commensurate with your qualification and experience. Or probably you are also not employed for long term, maybe for 6 months, etc. Just that during that time you have employment. So there are a lot of people underemployed. Degree holders getting 1,800 a month, diploma holders getting 1,006 when our minimum pay is 1,005. Okay, and because of this, a lot of people are looking for opportunity to work overseas sometimes. Okay, so this scam comes in. Because for the scammers, when there are problems, when there are high expectations, that's where the opportunity comes. Okay. So the motives under job employment scam, one is identity theft. They get your identity, etc. And then advance fee. There are some people who pay to get a job. I mean, I've been working for 30 years plus, but now I'm not working. But I never paid to employment agency for me to get a job. You see, when we go to the employment agency to be interviewed, to be introduced to a company, the company is the one that pay the employment agency between 1 and 3 months of the pay of our pay. It's not us paying the employment agency, it's the company that want to employ us that pay the employment agency. Then why must we pay the employment agency? So it's a fake advance fee. And then of course now we are talking about human trafficking. See what happened to, some say it's hundreds, some say in thousands. Malaysians now in some countries, some even bring back, and then they are selling what kidney and whatever, what have you, with the first intention saying that, oh, it's a job opportunity. But when you are being transferred, I mean, you travel to the country, destination country, what happened is that you are being then you know that your kidney will be sold. This human trafficking. So common types of job scam: work from home. There are work from home job scams, so you have to be careful. Email fake job offers, fake jobs on social media, and then there are also government job scams. With now, even in our country now, government salary is much better than private, especially at the entrance level. And I mean, be careful with any website of showing government jobs. Oh, now government offering this, government offering that. Please click. Be careful with that click. Okay. Be careful. I'm not saying that all are fake, no, but be careful. Job scams on verified job sites. Even the verified job sites may have job scams. Okay. Then job placement services scam. You want to be placed here and there, etc., and then you pay to the so-called employment agency. And then fake employment and recruitment website. So always do online search. I mean, we have to investigate, then talk to a trusted person. And number 3, don't pay. There's no such thing as employee paying to the employment agency. And then connect with the company. it's good if you call the company and ask, is there any such thing as opening for this kind of position? Call, ask the HR just to get confirmation. And then sometimes too good to be true. Oh, you don't need experience. Reject job that does not require experience. Avoid. And then some people always, these scammers always like to force you to decide fast and furious. So if you are asked to act fast, then just avoid. Okay. Then please don't provide account details. Account details you only give to your employer after you come in and sign. After you have started working. Normally the account details for the salary transfer, etc., you don't give it to your employment agency. Even the true employment agency, they will not ask those questions. Only after you have started working, you give to your employer. That's about 1 week or 2 weeks after you have started working. Not during the interview, not during the exploration. No. Okay. And then sometimes you don't apply, suddenly you get a job. This is also a scam. And then social media scams. Okay, social media scams. This is where the Norton, one of the antivirus is Norton. I went to through its website. They're talking about these 6 scams to avoid in 2022. Data breaches, social media scrapping, giveaway or contest scam, card popping, credit repair scams, and money flipping. These are 6 scams to be avoided on social media scams. And what are data breaches? I just take it very shortly. Data breaches, they hack and steal personal information. And then, I mean, a lot of people have our data, including myself, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. But I don't put my handphone number on my Facebook. But I can see a lot of my friends, I can see their handphone number on the Facebook. I'm not very sure whether that is a right thing to do or not. Because with your handphone number, a lot of things they can do. Through your WhatsApp, through your Telegram, a lot of things. And then social media scraping. Plenty of information. Fraudsters can take it from our social media. Birth dates, name, marital status, location. That's also another one. And then giveaway or contest scam. Like a posting is enough to make fraudsters gather info on the victim. And so they just come up with contest scam, and then you like enough. Once you like, you are actually exposing yourself to the scammer. Card popping, what is it? Fraudsters who run ads or contact the victim directly, offering chance to make quick money. And then they ask us our bank account information. Because why? They want to give you money. So how to give you money? Give us your bank account information. That's it. Credit repair scam. This one overseas. I mean, I'm not very sure in Malaysia. In overseas, they are talking about boosting one's credit score or credit rating. Here we have secrets, etc., all the negative. Here, how to improve your credit score. Okay. And you pay them, then they will do something, but in the end, they are not doing anything. Right? And then the other one is money flipping. Fraudsters post and promise recipient that they can make quick money with minimum effort. And then they will ask you your card number, PIN number, and all those things, you see. Because they don't ask your PIN number, your card number, but when you put in all the information behind it, they can actually get all those information. Okay. And they can clone your card then. That's it. Then suddenly you see your card accounts having what, 500 here and 600 there, 2,000 here, the charges. And you say, how can my card be cloned? And money flipping is one way to clone your our credit card. Okay, last but not least is our investment scam. So that we can have 20 minutes Q&A or discussion. Here not question, it's more discussion. Investment scam. Okay. Big payouts, quick money, guaranteed returns. I mean, you know about this. Target savers, and they are targeting savers, people who got a lot of money, and also investors, people with money, and they invest to get return better than FD return. Yeah? And for investment scams, their modus operandi is actually robbing Peter to pay Paul. Later I will talk about it a little bit. But if you see this, some paper cutting, 2 investment scam syndicates behind 5.6 million in losses, busted with 13 arrests. That was December 2020. And then recently, SIDC, the Securities Industry Development Corporation, the training arm of Securities Commission Malaysia, they have a program in Kuching. Brother Jawahar Ali is my friend actually in SC. Just that his father's name is like my father's name, but I mean, we are friends. We are friends. Number of complaints and inquiries related to investment scam and unlicensed activities surged 25%. Meaning investment scams surged 25%, and unlicensed activities in Malaysia surged 57%. That's it. This is during the COVID lah. During the 2 COVID-19 years. So during COVID, people don't have other things to do, so they get scammed. So in the investment scams, there are at least 2 types. One is Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme entice victim to invest, and they are promising you a profit of maybe returns of 10% per month, 5% per month. I just can't understand how people can accept that, can buy into a claim that one can make 10% monthly returns. You know, 10% monthly returns is more than 120% annual return. Why more than 120? Yeah, 10 times 12, 120. But I'm talking about compounding. Right? Compounding. So 10% return, we are only talking, even now during the current scenario, even 10% per annum is good enough. Now they're talking about 10% per month. And then how did you get it? Some of my friends say, Ameer, come on, man, you rubbish. I got my 10%. I got my 5% per month. I put in 1,000 ringgit. I got 50 ringgit a month. So the what do you call the robbing Peter to pay Paul is where the new members who come in, their principal will be used to pay the return of the earlier people. That's why I show you here, the scheme stops and the promoter abscond when not enough new victims sign up. So when the pyramid, this is pyramid. So for you to be able to continue to pay the 5 or 10% per month return to your existing members, you must be getting more members. Yeah. Remember this Malay movie, Alibaba Bujang Lapuk, if I'm not mistaken. The Ibrahim Pendek with the dice. And the dice have only number 2. So what's his boss say? Tak boleh buka lebih daripada 3 kali. You cannot open more than 3 times. That is also Ponzi. But you cannot open. Likewise, Ponzi scheme, you will see that there will be one scheme, after 1 year or 6 months, gone. Then there will be another scheme. People forget about what happened, that the first Ponzi scheme, and they will move into the second Ponzi scheme. Okay? So same, Piramli has already taught us in a, manner of joking lah, but still we can't take it seriously and to look into what's happening right now. And then number 2 is pyramid scheme. Entice victim to sign up as member with huge membership fee. And then, for example, okay, the membership fee is 500 ringgit. Okay, this is not investment. The Ponzi scheme, you invest 1,000, 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, you get 5%, 10% per month. The pyramid scheme is that you become a member, you pay, say, joining fee 500 ringgit. Sometimes they give you something about worth 50 ringgit. So the cost is 50 ringgit. So the net for 50. So your upline get how many percent? 20%, 30%. So MLM. But nothing, that's all. Your role now is to get your downline. Pay 500 or 1,000. So what is it? So what's the purpose of this pyramid scheme? There are some people, I mean, this is old time, and then they're talking about, hey, it's good, you make money. But I said, you make money out of selling what? Selling vitamins, selling, no, just selling membership. But I'm speechless. I'm speechless. But when people are into it already, they will not listen to you. But they will come back to you when they got tracked. But which is too late already. Which is too late. These are the gurus in investment scams. On the left is Charles Ponzi, 1882-1949. The Ponzi scheme is take his name, Ponzi. And then the Malaysia Ponzi is Pak Mantelo, or Osman Hamzah. He passed away in 1997. So this is the guru of investment scam, one in the world and one in Malaysia. So say no to investment scam. How? So the moment you see that investment is too good to be true, then you have to ask yourself, is this real or is this just scam? And then, but then someone asked me, what would be the level which is reasonable? What would be the level which is reasonable? Then we are talking about risk-free rate and risk premium. Then said, wow, that is quite a bit of mathematics. Yeah, you need to know mathematics before you can do investment. Because return, when you talk about return, then you are talking actually return from risk-free plus return from risk premium. If you're not able to take any risk, then your maximum return that you can get is risk-free. And currently the risk-free is about 2.5%. It's about that, your deposit rate, 2.25%, 2.5%. Previously it was only 1.75. Okay. But if you can have some risk premium, meaning to say that you are willing to take some kind of risk, then your potential extra return will come from here, the risk premium, return on risk premium. So for the time being, if you are risk-free only, then 2.5. If you can take a little bit of risk, maybe your return will be about 4%. But if you can take more risk, it may be 10%. 10, 12%, but depending, but there is also potential for you to lose money. But here, high return guaranteed principle. That's another one. High return guaranteed principle. You put 100,000, that 100,000 is guaranteed. On top of that, you get 5% per month. That's also already indication that it's a scam. You can make 60%. Yes. I'm not saying that we cannot make 60% per annum or 100% per annum. That if you run your own business. If you run your own business, yes, you can do that kind of return. Even someone selling char kway teow, goreng char kway teow, warung, etc. they can make that kind of return 100%. With investment about 5 to 10,000 ringgit, 5 to 10,000 ringgit, they can make more. They can make about 3,000-4,000 a month. That is about what, 48,000 per annum. They can do that. In fact, much more than 100%. But this is return as investor as well as someone who goreng the char kway teow, who fry the char kway teow. So it's not only investment return, but also return for you being an employee. Okay, you always have to differentiate between the two, because this kind of question people ask me. My friend goreng char kway teow can make money. Then the question is, after you deduct the salary, if he doesn't fry the kway teow, he got to get someone else, employ someone else to fry the kway teow. After deducting that salary, what's the return? Okay. And then advance fee apply. This is another issue. This is scam lah, advance fee. And then sometimes people say, oh, this is exclusive for you. Then there are also people who say that the offer only now, or you will miss it. See, I just want to ask you one question to everyone in this during this conversation. If you have an opportunity to make 100% return per annum during this time where risk-free rate is only 2.5%, my question to you is that, will you take everything, or you just take a little bit and you want to give to others? People with the right mind will take everything for him because 100% return. But why you don't take everything for you? So that is a question. It's a scam then. It's a scam. And then the other one is unlicensed, unregistered. Okay. Unlicensed, unregistered. Okay, this is from the InvestSmart in Kuching. This is what the SC and InvestSmart flyer saying that 5 actions that can save you from investment fraud. Beware of outrageous high return with little or no risk. Okay, this is, I mean, the too good to be true. Don't be pressured for immediate decision. Okay, always, always. The best, even if you are buying unit trust or whatever, never sign in front of your unit trust consultant. Okay? The best is for you to bring back home, think about it again before you make decision, even for the real investment products, not scam. Okay. When I was, head of department, etc., I was trained that if you want to make any decision, okay, your staff bring in, okay, this is a proposal, etc., for your approval. Never approve in front of him or her. Let him or her go out from your room, etc. You alone, be alone, read, compose, and make a decision. Never make a decision in front of the person who gives you the proposal, because you'll be under pressure. You'll be under pressure. Because, you know, our, especially us, trying to be nice. No. Then ask for document, okay, seek verification, find out more information. So, and then you can actually look into SC websites, Investor Alert List on Securities Commission website. The latest one is that 3rd October, there are 4 more companies, not companies, 4 more names included in this Investor Alert List. Wahid Pelaburan Telegram Group, Pelaburan Maybank Malaysia Telegram Group, Telegram, see Telegram Group, Global Crypto Investment, and then potential clone entity. 3, the Wahid Pelaburan clone entity, Pelaburan Maybank Malaysia Telegram Group is also clone. Clone meaning to say it has a real one, but this is clone. Then Public Islamic Bank Telegram Group. Public Islamic is actually registered, licensed, but the Telegram Group is something which is clone entity. And then you can see that in 2021, there are 275 new entries. Wow. Compared to only 134 new entries in 2020. This year, I'm not very sure how many, but I can see based on the updates over the last, there was instances last month, early this month, last month, within 2 weeks, 20 new additions. And then we also have this financial consumer alert list on Bank Negara Malaysia website. Okay. You can also have a look on it so that the companies that you want to deal with are not in this list. But here also there will be some time lag. People may lodge or complain. It will take about 3 to 6 months for them to identify, to clarify, etc. before a decision is made. Either it is a clone, whether it is should be included in the alert list. So apart from here, you also need to understand how to protect yourself from investment scams. One is, of course, you can look into Bank Negara and SC website, okay, but there is a lagging factor. Okay, you need to enhance your knowledge on risk-free and risk premium return. There is a formula on it. I do not want to dwell here. And then you must understand the recognized investment products. And then you have to evaluate the products offered. Okay, you always ask, hey, how do you get the 10% per month? Can you share with me? A real investment manager will tell you, okay, these are my strategies to obtain my expected profit or expected return. My expected return is 15% per annum. Okay, this is real, 10 to 15% per annum. My strategy is this. My tactical strategy is this. Okay, the investment policy is this. But have you ever asked this question to the scammers? Okay. And then it's also important to manage our desire for wealth professionally. Some people just say, oh, I want this much, I want that much. But how we get it? We never ask that question. Do not decide there and then. In case of a call from handphone number, do not entertain, just hang up. And then you also need to double check whether the provider is a licensed entity. You see, anyone taking money from you must be a DTC, deposit taking company. Deposit taking company means they have license to take money from you. Either it's a bank, either it's a cooperative, or is a unit trust company, is a fund management company. So they are DTC. Okay, so if they are not licensed as a DTC, they have no right to take your money. Okay. So, okay, I think we have come to the end of the session before we open for Q&A or discussion. But before that, I just would like, for practical purpose, to protect our handphone from being hacked. I just would like to share with you the setting, WhatsApp setting. Maybe a lot of you already know about this. Okay, for those who still do not know, you go into the setting. Okay, the setting on WhatsApp. Okay, why don't you look into your WhatsApp now? Okay, your setting, and then you look into your account. Okay, after you press setting, you look into your accounts. And then you look into two-step verification. Bank account, you have two-step. Do you know WhatsApp also has two-step verification? Then mine is already, I enable it. I have two-step verification. So if it here is not disabled, if it is able, then you please put up, and then they just need your 4 numbers. Okay. And then you have it, then your WhatsApp will be protected from being hacked. Okay. So, and then what will happen, this is a 6 number, sorry, not 4 number, 6 number. Okay, the PIN number. What happens is that once a while, when you want to see, to read your WhatsApp messages, it will pop up asking you for this two-step verification. So you just put in back the number. Make sure you remember the number. Okay, this is for WhatsApp. Telegram. Telegram, I have a lot of problem with Telegram earlier because apparently I didn't block people from taking me or including me into their group. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can put me into their group. So that's when I was invited to a lot of investment scam Telegram. Okay. So now what happened is that, okay, Alhamdulillah, I've done the setting. I'm not invited anymore lah, because they can't invite me anymore. Okay. Now for Telegram, only those numbers who are that are in my list, as in my list, meaning to say they are in my contact. They are the only one who can invite me or add me to their group. So if their numbers are not in my contact, no, they won't be able to include me in their group. So that's one way to avoid being hacked, etc. Okay, you go into setting, and then you look into the privacy and security. Okay, Telegram, and then this is the target. Your phone number, nobody can see it. Now, the beauty of Telegram compared to WhatsApp is that WhatsApp, everybody knows. I don't know how to change that. So Telegram, you can have a phone number, either only your contact can see, or everyone can see, or nobody can see. So I put there, nobody can see. Because if my contact, they know already my name and my number. Last seen online, my contact. Profile photo and video, my contact. Forwarded message, my contact. Calls, my contact. Group and channel, my contact. Initially, my group and channel, all. That's why I got invited to everyone's group. Group. So here, this is where you do your setting. Who can see my phone number? It can be everybody, my contact, or nobody. So I put nobody. Who can find me by my number? Only my contacts, not everybody. Yeah? And then I have another one here. Who can add me to group chat? Only my contacts. Initially was everybody. So with this, hopefully, we do something to reduce the possibility of us being hacked, because with all those scams that we have discussed, and there are a lot more that we have not discussed today, I think the main point is that we must protect the gadget that we always bring everywhere, and we always also communicate with this gadget. And Telegram and WhatsApp are two social media which are very useful, but make sure we protect ourselves from being hacked. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much, and most probably we can chit chat for a while.
All right, Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much, Mr. Ameer, for all your sharing of knowledge, experience, and views on what's happening today with regards to scams and all the related issues that we should be aware of. We hope this talk has benefited everyone who is with us today. I'm going to open for Q&A session, but before that, to all joiners, we welcome your feedback for the improvement of our Baseerah Talk Series. So kindly refer to our chat box where we share a link to our evaluation form. And we have our committee to drop the link both on Zoom and also on our YouTube channel. And we would really appreciate every single feedback from all of you. Right, now I would like to open the floor for question and answer for Zoom participants. Please get ready. If you have any question, you may just unmute your mic and ask our speaker directly.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes.
So I knew you listed a lot of types of scams just now, and you know all the distinctions between them, how they come about, and how people fall for them. I wanted to ask, because there are so many types of scams now, and because there are always new scams coming up, what do you think is the next trend in scamming?
The most difficult question. The most difficult question. Even if I talk to programmer who always become the fighter to ensure that our computer, our handphones are protected using the antivirus, etc. I think nobody knows what's next. What's next? So I'm not in position to answer that question. But what is more important is for us to ensure that we are protected to the best level. That's why in my last 2 slides, I show you I share with everyone. I know that maybe 75% of us know already about the WhatsApp and Telegram, but I just would like to address the 25% who may not know, so that they can do the setting. And I also found out that there are people who use handphone without installing antivirus. So we can predict this and that, etc. But then if the basic things that we have right now, we are not using it, then it's a waste. There are also instances where people install antivirus, but they do not activate it. So meaning to say that our phones are being exposed to all this hack. But I must say that I cannot answer your question. What do you think? What do you think? Because now it seems that if we have investment scam before, during the Ponzi and Pak Mantelo time, which is where we don't have all these social media, etc. They can do it using agents. So now it's being transformed into social media. So we can just imagine whatever other things that are still being used normally will be transferred and using the social media platform. You want maybe you have some idea that you want to share with others, with me?
Because from what you have discussed earlier about all the different scams that we have, I noticed that a very large part of the way scammers work is playing with our psychology. And I feel like it's 60% psychology and then 40% everything else. Yeah. And I find that maybe the next new scam is likely going to be just a different medium of using the technology, but still using 60% of the psychology. And so one thing that I've also that I've seen rising in terms of just communication, especially on YouTube, is Twitch streamers and then Discord and YouTube VTubers who create avatars. I feel like maybe they're going to be messing with one of those things, because digital avatars can mask you the same way, all these other scammers, they mask themselves through texting and that kind of thing without actually a person. But now that these virtual YouTubers are so popularized, that they're probably going to be the next new avenue for scamming. But this time, a different segment. It's probably going to be a bunch of kids.
Yeah. And don't discount TikTok, which is now gaining popularity.
Yeah, that's true.
TikTok, YouTubers, yes, yeah, but now TikTok. And I have started to see investment scam going through TikTok as well.
Yeah, I think the latest that I've seen, it's not really a scam though. It was just very bad business handling. I don't know if you've heard of the pink sauce trend.
No.
There's basically this woman in the US. She claimed to be a culinary a culinary professional or something, and then she was selling this pink sauce on TikTok, and she sold hundreds of bottles, but all the label was fake, and then there were no the ingredients was all messed up, and then even the serving size and the proportion of all the nutrition facts was really weird. Now she's being charged by the FDA. So
okay. That is product scam. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, the participant. We do have a few questions from our viewers. If there is any other question for our Zoom participants, please do unmute yourself. If there's none, I will just proceed. Okay, one of this, Mr. Ameer.
Yes.
Considering the prevalence of scams nowadays, do you think we should include a mandatory course on scamming in our education system?
That's good. Actually, to tell you frankly, wait, what happened? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Kenapa nama? Okay. Okay. You know, we in our education system we have one subject called kemahiran hidup. So all this, I mean, one of the topics or subtopics under kemahiran hidup should be scams. In fact, I mean, I'm also in the financial, I mean, personal financial planning, and we have also asked personal financial planning to be included. And I think now it's good that scams also to be included when in, I think, almost 100% of the students, especially those in the secondary schools, now they use handphone. I can also see people, I mean, kids, 4 years old, they also use handphone. So they should be trained about scams. Yeah, agree. But the point is we need to only give them the basic rules, and apart from the theory, you must also tell them what to do. Because I mean, my approach is always at the end there must be some kind of practicality. If today what I did was WhatsApp and Telegram, the practical part, so that we can implement immediately. The same thing with kemahiran hidup. Okay, I hope I answered it short and sweet.
Okay, hopefully that's liberative enough. Okay, this one is an advice seek by a friend of mine, actually, because this just happened to her quite recently. She's also watching this YouTube live, but I will ask on her behalf. She asked, how do we overcome the grief and frustration that comes with being scammed? Because to work for our money is not easy, and to get it back is even harder, because this is actually under employment scam. She got this offer to sell a product where they give her the they actually gave her like 1.5K, and then to be able to sell that product they have to top up 200 ringgit. So it began there, and then she got it, and then next one to sell again she has to top up, and then for every product the price gets higher and higher until she can't pay for it anymore. So she lost 4K recently, and she's very afraid to, you know, she didn't mention this to family members. So
Yeah.
happened.
But the amount involved is less than 2,000.
She lost 4K in total.
Oh,
I think
4K.
for 200, and then she got back what it's promised, and then after that top up, and then until 4,000. Yeah.
But I mean, you see, I was in the stock market. People in the stock market always say that sometimes we need a tuition fee. Yeah, tuition fee. A friend of mine, he's now a good trader. I mean, he understand. I mean, he lose money, but he make money more than he lose money. Okay, put it that way. That's trader. But he's a graduate. But then he told me his MBA quote unquote, not MBA from university, MBA from the stock market, cost him 20,000 ringgit. Why? Because he lost 20,000 ringgit, pants down. So from there, then he realized, he understand his mistake, etc. And that experience, and this 20,000 is not this year. This 20,000 ringgit was about 30 years ago, which is now worth, I think, about 60,000. 20,000 then is about 60,000 now, or 50,000 now. So that 20,000 loss become his teacher, and now he becomes a successful trader. And hopefully, for your friend, jangan murung sangat lah. I mean, don't be, don't just think about what happened, 4,000. There are instances where people lost 60 over thousand ringgit to scams, etc. So 4,000 is small. I mean, relatively. But what is more important is that will become a very good so-called degree for her future, because hopefully she will never be a scam again. Number one. Number two, she knows what to do in the future, and that will make her a better person in the future. Okay, so I always look from that angle.
Yeah, hopefully, inshallah.
Hopefully, but to tell you frankly, I'm not a psychologist.
Right. Just advice,
Yeah.
right? Okay. All right. Another question, perhaps the last one.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on OctaFX, so-called investment apps that generate big money? There are many investment apps like this use digital ads to promote their business as legit investment apps. So what is your opinion? Is this a new scam tactic? There is a recent news on this as well.
Yeah, that particular name, I think you just check with the Securities Commission. I've already given you just now the website. You just go, very simple. You just Google Securities Commission Malaysia alert. Apa nak kejap? You hold on please. Securities Commission Malaysia investor alert list, and you look at the list whether there is any name. That name I don't want to mention, but I know about it. And I have not tried that product. Okay, so the issue now is this: whether you want to use the apps or not. So what's the purpose? The purpose, is it to buy and to sell products or just to do analysis? Can you answer me? No. My question, that FX, is it to buy and sell?
I believe so. I personally have been
okay.
involved in that.
All right,
It's just one of the questions.
Okay, part of the question. If he were to be, he or she were to be in this, then in this Zoom, then I can actually communicate with her. But the point is this. One of the slides that I used just now, I put down there, unlicensed, unregistered. Okay, that is very important. Whether that organization is registered or licensed by the authority. Okay, when we talk about Forex, so that name looks FX. Okay, probably is Forex lah. Okay, Forex in Malaysia only done by banks. Okay, and there are rules on Forex transactions. But then there are a lot of people trade Forex on websites. Do you know about that? A lot of Malaysians trade. Some of my friends also trade. But I asked them two questions. One is from the Sharia perspective, because you are trading, when you are trading, you are not trading on the spot, you are trading on the futures, and you are trading currency, which is a ribawi item. Can a ribawi item be transacted on the futures? Okay, let our learned Sharia scholars answer that question lah. Okay, but the other issue is on the licensing. Okay, when we buy stock from the stock market, Bursa Malaysia, we buy ABC Berhad, XYZ Berhad, which are listed on Bursa Malaysia. Is Bursa Malaysia licensed organization to carry out a stock exchange? Yes. It is a recognized stock exchange in Malaysia. You buy a stock in US market, it is from a recognized stock market in US, either Nasdaq or the main market, or maybe Singapore, or maybe Thailand. So as long as you buy it from a recognized market, registered market, licensed market, and they call it recognized market. So you are protected. What matters most is the protection of the investor. Okay, because before, when you buy, you got to pay first before delivery of the shares or the property. Yeah? They call it property. The shares is a property. Yeah? So when you want to sell, you have to deliver your property or the shares before you get the payment. So in between, what happens if when you sell, you deliver the property, the share, but then in the end, you don't get the money? Where to fall back? If it is recognized exchange, yes, we have Securities Commission to go back. So there are ways how to recover our money. Likewise, if we transact Forex using any Tom, Dick, and Harry website, have we checked whether the website is a recognized exchange or not? Or is it just a website created by someone very familiar, very good at designing website, matching the price of the Forex? Okay, because we have Forex trading, the real Forex trading. So you can just clone it, all transactions. You put in money, 10,000 ringgit, you make money. The question is, have you tried withdrawing the money? Okay, and then the issue now is whether it's a recognized exchange, and then whether it's a licensed exchange. If it is not, then I just want to tell you that you are not protected if anything happens. That is it. Okay. Any additional questions? Yeah. Because sometimes people say, "Oh, I can't make money from here. I can't make money." Yes, I know. This is during I mean, when economy is like this, it's tough to make money. Yes, but don't put yourself into another trouble and by putting in money in a place where you do not know whether it's a licensed entity or not. Okay, and for all you know, that website is the persons are not in Malaysia, it's elsewhere. Okay, did I answer the question?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I believe you should have answered it.
Okay, but my style is different lah.
Okay, I
Okay,
think that is all
any
for
more last
now.
question? Tak ada.
Any other question from our Zoom participant?
Okay.
Or somebody actually commented
Nah.
essentially, like, because they say that these cameras are creative and always have new tactics. Like, is there any strategic way, but aside from what you have already mentioned, just to avoid being right? So always refer to the online website, and also check if these are like authorized or not, right?
You see, always look into experience of what happened overseas as well. Okay, just like just now, I mean, for scam, some of the my favorite website to refer to would be FBI. FBI, yes, FBI. I mean, Federation Bureau Investigation, US, and FBI talking about scam. And I even look into Philippines. I look into Australia, and then I haven't started looking into India, because India, there are a lot of people who are very good at computer programming. When you have a very good people in software programming, it can have two consequences. Either they are good antivirus people, or they are bad hackers. They become scammer themselves. So I mean, it's two ways, two ways. So always read and update ourselves. That's all.
Very true. Oh, I just remembered this one case. This one scammer, which is very famous, Anna Sorokin. If you have, they actually made a Netflix series.
Okay.
It's called Anna Delvey. Because it's quite recent actually. 2013 to 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Case was was discussed, where she scammed big organizations like all the banks. Like, it is still possible, right? For someone who is very young, she was early 20s when that happened. She actually invented this personal, how do we say it? Like, she just became somebody else and made people believe that she's someone powerful. So people trust her.
Yeah. I mean, everything is possible. Everything is possible. Cloning.
Yeah.
This is everything is possible.
Okay, inshallah. So thank you so much, Mr. Ameer, and
Welcome.
everybody.
And my apologies for any
Inshallah.
shortcoming. I hope that the sharing will give a little bit additional value to the listeners. Thank you very much.
Inshallah, a lot we have received. So we have come to the end of our program today. On behalf of IIUM Academy, I would like to express our appreciation to Mr. Ameer Ali for your precious time and willingness to be our speaker today. May Allah bless all your efforts in spreading knowledge. Ameen. And may He make things easy for you in your future initiatives.
Thank you, and
thank
same to you.
Yeah. Thank you to all joiners for your support. Always continue to support us by following our social media and also our YouTube channel, where we are going to actually post this online as well. We apologize for any shortcoming in handling this program. Inshallah, we'll meet again in the next Baseerah Talk Series. Stay with us as we will announce another renowned speaker next month. The poster and details will be up on our social media platforms. As for today's live session, it will be up on our official YouTube channel for your future reference. So make sure to click subscribe at IIUM Academy and also hit the notification bell to not miss any new content. Inshallah, we'll see you again in the next series. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.